Have you ever heard of the actress who had the courage to show on film what no one else dared? Who played roles so real and intense that they left audiences around the world speechless? Today, you'll learn about the incredible career of Moon So-ri, the woman who not only shone on the screens, but changed Korean cinema forever with his courage and artistry. From Busan to the spotlights of Venice, Moon So-ri is not just an award-winning actress. She eyes a symbol of transformation, boldness, and truth. While many stars take the safe path, she decided to take on the most challenging roles, denounce unfair standards, and pave the way for a new generation of artists in South Korea. If you love stories of overcoming, behind the scenes of cinema, and want to understand how a single woman can revolutionize an entire industry, this video is for you. So subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and come find out why. Moon So-ri is considered one of the most important figures in the history of Korean cinema. Before becoming one of the most respected actresses in South Korean cinema, Moon So-ri was just a curious young woman with a passion for art, born in July 2, 1974, in the port city of Busan, South Korea. From a young age, she demonstrated an extraordinary sensitivity. While other children were immersed in cartoons and toys, Moon enjoyed observing the behavior of those around her. She saw beauty in simple gestures, in silences, in details. But the curious thing is that, initially, she didn't think about being an actress. Moon So-ri studied at the renowned Sungkyunkwan University, one of the most traditional in the country, and graduated in education. That's right. The plan was to pursue a stable career as a teacher, but something in her screamed louder. It was as if a forgotten part of her soul was calling for a different life, and that voice led her to the theater. In the 1990s, Moon joined independent theater companies. No glamour. There were small stages, improvised sets, and a lot of hard work. But it was there, in direct contact with the audience, that she found her true artistic essence. And it wasn't just any theater. She got involved with political and feminist theater groups, which challenged the conservatism of Korean society and addressed complex social issues such as inequality, repression, and female identity. It was in this vibrant and rebellious environment that Moon So-ri shaped her vision of the world and what she wanted to bring to the screen. She didn't want to play perfect princesses or heroines. She wanted to give a voice to real women, to those who make mistakes, who cry, who fight. Women like her. This humble and courageous beginning is what made Moon so unique. While many actresses sought quick fame, she sought sense. And that sense of purpose would become the foundation of everything she did next. It was in 2002 that Moon So-ri stopped being just a promising alternative theater artist and became a worldwide phenomenon in cinema. The movie Oasis, directed by Lee Chang-dong. But what was so special about this story? Everything. And most of all, courage. Oasis is no ordinary romance. It's a raw, uncomfortable, poetic, and deeply human film. In it, Moon So-ri plays Gong-ju, a young woman with severe cerebral palsy who falls in love with a man recently released from prison, also ostracized from society. It was a role that demanded absolute physical and emotional dedication. But Moon was unafraid. She immersed herself in the character with such authenticity that the audience could hardly believe she didn't have the condition in real life. The result? Incredible. Her performance was so impactful that she was applauded at the Venice Film Festival. And more than applause, she received the Marcello Mastroianni Award, given to new talents who impressed the world. It was international recognition that changed everything. South Korea, already beginning to stand out in global cinema, saw Moon So-ri as one of the great names who would take the country even further. But the most powerful thing about all of this wasn't the awards. It was the fact that she broke deep taboos. By portraying a woman with a disability in such a sensitive and unfiltered way, she forced society to look at these people differently. What's more, she brought to light an even more sensitive discussion: the sexuality of people with disabilities, a topic practically invisible in the media until then. Moon So-ri didn't just make history. She opened paths, showed that cinema doesn't have to be comfortable, but rather authentic. Oasis was the turning point. And from then on, no one could ignore the raw, honest, and necessary talent she possessed. This role wasn't just an act, it was an act of courage. After Oasis, any actress would have chosen easy roles to maintain her success. But Moon So-ri? She did exactly the opposite. Instead of following the safe path of romantic protagonists, she delved into difficult, human, sometimes uncomfortable, but always true stories. Soon after her international explosion, she starred in the controversial and courageous A Good Lawyer's Wife, 2003, a drama that exposed the flaws of a seemingly perfect marriage. In this film, Moon plays a woman dealing with sexual frustrations, betrayals, and repressed desires, a role that required more than just acting, boldness, especially in a conservative society like Korea. And it didn't stop there. It came The President's Barber, 2004, where she plays a simple woman amidst historical events in Korea, demonstrating her range in more subtle but equally powerful roles. She then participated in projects such as The Handmaid, 2005, short film within an anthology, always looking for characters with something to say. Each film was a deliberate choice. Moon never wanted to be just another star. She wanted to provoke reflection. Her roles always touched on subjects few had the courage to face: politics, female oppression, inequality, silent trauma. And this did not go unnoticed. Prizes started to accumulate. She won important trophies such as the Blue Dragon Awards, the Grand Bell Awards, and was nominated at prestigious festivals around the world, such as Cannes and Venice. Critics called her a chameleon. Audiences saw her as a force of nature, and directors knew. When Moon So-ri stepped onto the scene, she delivered everything without vanity, without filters, just raw emotion and truth. While other actresses accepted roles for the fame, Moon chose roles for the message. And that's exactly what built her reputation as one of the most authentic and respected artists in South Korean cinema. A woman who made art an act of resistance. After conquering the world as an actress, Moon So-ri felt something was still missing. As much as she played powerful, transformative roles, there was a restlessness within her. It was as if she were saying, "I'm still not telling the stories my way." And thus, a new phase in her career was born. Moon So-ri, director and screenwriter. In 2017, she released the feature film The Running Actress. But this film isn't just an authorial project. It's almost a raw and honest portrait of what it means to be a woman, an actress, and an artist in South Korea. Divided into 3 parts, the film is a blend of fiction and reality. Moon plays herself, or rather, a fictional version of herself, facing the pressures of the industry, personal conflicts, and the constant struggle to balance art and life. The most impressive thing is that she wrote, directed, and acted in the film. A true soulful project. There's no glamour in The Running Actress. There's fatigue, frustration, fear of failure, and even self-criticism. But there's also humor, sensitivity, and moments of pure humanity. It was as if she were opening backstage doors that no one had ever dared to show, and this resonated deeply with many people, especially women who also feel the weight of being constantly pressured for everything: appearance, success, family, aging. The film became a kind of silent manifesto. It is not enough to shine on the screens, you must fight to exist fully within art. By becoming a director and screenwriter, Moon So-ri went a step further. She didn't just want to play strong characters, she wanted to create stories where women were not molded to please, but rather to express your truths, its pains, and its powers. With this move, Moon not only reinvented her own career, she paved the way for other actresses to take control of their own narratives. And once again, she proved that she's not in this world to follow rules. She's here to create new possibilities. For many years, Moon So-ri was seen as a rare gem of art house cinema. Her films won awards and thrilled audiences at festivals, but they were still out of reach for the general Korean audience, those who watch TV dramas, popular series, soap operas, and reality shows. But that's starting to change, and when she decided to enter this world, she made mainstream an extension of your talent, without ever losing its essence. Instead of choosing generic or easy roles, Moon knew how to transition between the popular and the profound. A great example of this is the drama Life, 2018, where she plays a powerful and complex hospital director. The character, far from being stereotypical, showed the political and human side of medicine behind the scenes, and Moon delivered everything with the elegance and strength that only she knows how to balance. Then came the series On the Verge of Insanity, 2021, where she played a cold, calculating HR executive with surprising layers. What's interesting here is that even in a plot with a lighter comedic tone, she managed to bring depth, making the audience identify with the character's dilemmas. It was the kind of role that humanizes and reveals truths about the corporate world, something many people experience but rarely talk about. And as if that weren't enough, in 2023, she surprised again in the Netflix hit Queenmaker. In the plot, Moon plays a brilliant political strategist, willing to do anything to elect a woman as mayor of Seoul. Strong, intense, and sharp, her performance was acclaimed by global audiences, demonstrating that she is not just a Korean star, he is a world star. Moon So-ri proved that it's possible to be in the spotlight without sacrificing artistic truth. She knew how to use the reach of television and streaming to reach more people, without diluting her message, without losing authenticity. And that made her even greater, because when Moon enters the scene, it doesn't matter if it's an independent film or a Netflix blockbuster. She always delivers soul, look, and truth. Off camera, Moon So-ri is as fascinating as on. Unlike many celebrities who construct a distant, untouchable image, she has always made a point of showing that she is an ordinary woman with doubts, fears, and a strong desire for a meaningful life. Her personal life has never been a showcase, but it has also never been a mystery. She simply chose to leave coherently, even under the spotlight. Moon has been married to the director since 2006, Jang Joon-hwan, known for provocative and politically charged films. They are a respected and admired couple, not only for their talent, but also for their shared values. Both believe that cinema should provoke, denounce, and transform, and this is what they live by, both on screen and at home. But perhaps what is most impressive about Moon's life is her attitude as a citizen. She never afraid to raise his voice. She was one of the first Korean actresses to publicly speak out against harassment in the industry, long before the Now Me Too movement gained traction in Korea. And she didn't stop there. She participates in campaigns for gender equality, supports young independent artists, and has always been present in debates involving culture, politics, and civil rights. Her cultural influence goes beyond entertainment. Moon So-ri has become a symbol, a model of a woman who doesn't bow down, who doesn't remain silent, who isn't content with just being applauded. She wants to be part of the change, and she is. In 2022, she was invited to be jury at the Cannes Film Festival, one of the most important in the world. This isn't just artistic recognition, it's proof that his voice carries international weight. While many stars shine and fade, Moon So-ri remains, not because she seeks fame, but because she represents something greater: art, with conscience, talent with purpose, and the courage to be real in a world that demands masks. A woman who inspires not only actresses, but anyone who dreams of living truthfully. Moon So-ri is not just a talented actress. She is a symbol of transformation, a woman who, with courage and sensitivity, changed the way Korean cinema portrays reality. In each role, she poured not only her technique, but also her soul. In each choice, she demonstrated that it is possible to create art consciously, without surrendering to empty standards or commercial expectations. She didn't need scandals to be remembered, nor perfect characters to be admired. What makes her unforgettable is precisely the opposite: her ability to show the imperfect, the human, the true. Whether as an actress, director, screenwriter, or activist, Moon So-ri has built a career based on authenticity. And that's rare. It's precious. Now that you know about this incredible journey, tell us, what part of Moon So-ri's story impressed you the most? Or which of her films made you want to see? If you enjoy content like this, please subscribe to the channel, like it, and activate the notification bell. This will greatly help us continue bringing you inspiring stories from great figures in Korean culture.